One of the most immediate areas I think we found, and I think that the institutions found as well, was that kind of need to have instructors onboarded and trained very quickly in how to use either their own learning management systems or third-party materials such as the products and content that Cengage provides. So we saw a real challenge there in terms of the confidence of instructors to move to a digital distribution, a digital teaching and learning delivery method, and just make the sort of ability to give instructors the time to actually train on how to use those tools effectively. Ensuring that those materials drive interactivity and engagement with students and with learners. That's probably the key area where the students are working remotely, and the materials need to ensure that they've got that kind of content that is engaging. I think the other way that change has taken place has been the need for more assessment materials as well, more assessment tools. We've seen that where transformation's taken place, one of the biggest challenges higher education has had has been informative and summative testing, making sure that instructors understand what the progress is of students, and students themselves can get a gauge of how they've been progressing through the course. So it's been a really exciting time in terms of that kind of transition, because the uptick from just having kind of an ebook provision and straight narrative, we've seen has been really significant as a result of what's been going on over the last 2 years. And we see that transformation continuing, obviously, over these years to come as well. The ability for university teaching staff to be the curators and managers of their own content and the material they're delivering for courses always has been and still will be absolutely paramount to maintain that academic autonomy, integrity, and ensure that that's obviously a key differentiator between institutions as well in terms of what course material they provide, what approach they take to courses in terms of content and the pedagogical tools they use to deliver it. And we certainly see what we do at Cengage in terms of providing world-class teaching and learning material in a digital format as complementary to what institutions and instructors have provided. We want to work alongside those instructors to ensure the content they're providing can be supplemented and added to by our own material to help deliver better outcomes for students, and of course also help to save time for instructors to simplify what they're doing. A lot of the tools that we have, in fact, have the ability to integrate instructor material alongside our own Cengage material, and also to integrate the Cengage material into learning management systems in a seamless way. I think the last 2 years has really given us the opportunity to do that in a much more effective way and to triangulate some of the data that GISC and institutions are putting together in terms of measuring student successes alongside the initiatives from the Office for Students, such as the TEF. We can bring together as technology providers a huge amount of analytics and tools to help to identify and diagnose areas where, in particular course areas where students might be struggling with a particular concept or body of knowledge. The tools that we have alongside the tools that are available on learning management systems and through those other sources I mentioned do enable institutions and individual courses to really identify where the pressure points are for students and to ensure that students can obtain the best possible outcome for their courses. One of the big initiatives for Cengage over the last year or two has been to ensure that we make our content available to users across universities around the world. One of the initiatives that we're working on right now to enable that is something called Cengage Unlimited Institutional, which is a subscription platform for institutions that enable institutions, universities around the world to, on behalf of students, get access to all of our material. And one of the real principles we've worked on around that is this principle of equity and fair access. What we're seeing globally is overall a growth in higher education enrollments, which is obviously very welcome. That's obviously a sign that countries are looking to upskill their populations, improve their economies in so doing. And we want to be part of that enabling factor to give institutions and give students the best possible access to learning materials. There's a number of ways where we're looking to continue to provide students for universities around the world, and that's definitely one of the priorities for Cengage as we go forward into the future.